Hey everybody, what's up? It's me, lo-fi musician producer, Blue Sirens. And this is where I hang out on the internet and I talk about anything related to music. It can be anime, comic books, gear, whatever it is, you can find it here. And today, I want to talk to you about something that was hot during the pandemic, but has since pretty much fizzled out and disappeared. And I think we could probably bring it back. But before I dive in, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Now, what am I talking about? What was really, popular during the pandemic that we should bring back? I'll tell you, it's not what you're going to think about, but it's digital concerts. So, obviously, during the pandemic, we're all locked away and didn't have a lot of human interaction. Everything was done through devices, and that also meant that a large portion of musicians' income that you normally get from touring and selling merch just wasn't available for them. And people started to sell merch online still, but they weren't able to, get money and interact directly with fans like they could through live concerts. And since then, the concert industry has pretty much come back. There's plenty of shows you can go to nowadays, but the idea of a digital concert kind of just dried up. Yeah, there's occasionally some live streams and there's some radio shows that'll do some live interviews and have someone do something over a beat, but just the idea of like, hey, I bought a ticket, it's gonna get streamed and that's it, is kind of gone. I do have to say Netflix has kind of brought this back a little bit because they did do the Beyonce halftime show this past, I think, Christmas, and that was hella streamed, and they did the live boxing event. Tons of streams for that. So maybe it could be on its way back on a larger scale, but what can we do about, digital concerts coming back? Because I think it's a cool way we can interact with people that we never really would have got to before. Now, there's not necessarily a platform where you can buy a ticket that I'm aware of, like a digital ticket. Most people in the pandemic did something where they would announce there's a digital concert that would happen on Instagram or YouTube, and then you could donate if you were watching the stream live. And one artist that I know did a really good job with this, and I loved their concert, was Tycho. Tycho did a New Year's Day live stream where they were out in the middle of a field, they had some drones, they were playing guitar, and they were playing, I believe, their Awake album from start to finish. And that is just a great instrumental album, period. And then to see them do this, with the drone shots and all these different camera shots, it was pretty cool. And I have to say, it's impossible to do that probably by yourself. I don't know if he did it with multiple people, switching the cameras and everything, but it was a great show. And it's impossible to probably do that all by yourself. And if you did it by himself, mega props. Teach a masterclass on how to do that. But it's so hard to do a digital concert by yourself as an independent musician and have it be engaging and, interacting with fans, and it takes a lot of equipment, a lot of gear. But I think it's something that could possibly be simplified in the future and would be something that I would like to do as well. There's plenty of people you can find on Instagram that are street performers that are using several pieces of gear for looping and doing a performance, and that's an investment on their part, and they're making great music. But for people that are like, hey, I've got this computer, I've got a MIDI controller, I think there's a real opportunity for a digital concert space to come back to say, here's ways we recommend you set up your cameras, here's cameras that are affordable. They could even mail a camera kit to someone that wants to do a digital concert as part of their subscription or their fee. And if you say you're going to do a digital concert every month, there could be a price structuring along with that. But for people that are relatively small artists, or they are artists that can't maybe fill a venue or go on tour, or even if you're a rock band or a pop singer or an R&B artist and you're like, hey, I can do local shows, but I need a good setup to where I can, maybe do a broadcast for multiple people. I think this is a really good opportunity for someone to come into this space and create a kit and a guide to where you're able to send them the gear that they need and how to set it up, how to configure it, and then be able to say, cool, do a digital concert now. Do it in your own creative space and have it take off. Do it on Instagram, do it on YouTube Live. If a company that comes in the space develops an app where you can watch it, that would be great too. If a company comes in and creates a platform where you can just do it just inside that platform, that'd be great too. But I haven't seen anything like that since the pandemic, and people I think now think, there's not a need for that. People want to go out and they want to go see these concerts. But for an artist, it's a lot of money to go on tour. It's taxing, if you're traveling and you're only getting like 4 or 5 hours of sleep every night, and it's uncomfortable in your tour van, and then you gotta do sound check and there's a lot of waiting around, but you're still kind of wired because you're gonna do your show soon. Like, it's stressful to go on tour. And I think this is a good opportunity to say, hey, let's break away from that. I'm not a major musician. I'm not able to, afford a fancy, comfortable tour bus and, take my time with things. I'm doing everything. I'm loading all the gear up and all that stuff. Let's do a digital concert once every month or two and see how we can connect with our fans that way. Because if you're doing a digital concert, you can just say, hey, we're going to take a 5-minute break and do a Q&A and then come back and do another song. And then you can save that video and use it for Instagram Reels or for a YouTube Live or for whatever, and like continue to monetize and grow on that stream. So I think digital concerts is something we could really bring back. It's just not really, I think, a really cool way to promote that through different platforms. And there's an opportunity, and I think there's an audience out there for it. It's just, how do you capture that and say, hey, we're gonna do a live whatever concert and make this happen. I think people just really think, oh, someone's gonna get online, they're gonna make live beats and stuff like that, and that's cool, but I can see that anytime, so I'm not gonna do that, or I'm not gonna tune in. So there's gotta be some sort of emphasis on it, and I think that's where this potentially other company could come in. I think it makes a lot of sense to draw a lot of people if you're like a rock band or someone that like has multiple people in it, that something you just don't see every day, because there's hundreds of people just making beats online and posting a video, and those videos are great. Please keep doing that. It's inspirational to everyone else that's making beats, and hopefully giving some good vibes to those people that listen to those beats and enjoy them. But overall, like, I think we can really tap into a new space here with these digital concerts, or this digital concert concept, and it's not just something that I think it's wishy-washy. I think it's really on the tip of our fingertips. It comes down to, promotion, how we're appealing to people, and what's going to be taking place in it. If a big enough artist was to say, yeah, I'm going to do a digital concert with this format in this one space, and you can do it too now, then it's like, oh, yeah, let's do it. But you don't have to wait for a big artist to do it. You could do it. You could be the one that figures it out and says, yeah, I'm going to do a digital concert, and I'm going to show people how to do it and how to make it happen. But maybe that's you, maybe that's me, maybe that's someone else. I don't know. But I think digital concerts, like I said, could come back and could find a unique way for us to connect with more people. But what do you think? Are there artists out there already kind of doing like this digital concert format like I described? If there are, drop those links below. Let's check them out and let's support them. If not, who would you like to see do a digital concert with like a Q&A in between and a little break here and there to kind of go get a drink and come back and know you're not missing part of the show? Who would you want to see do that? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Peace.